Wow, it's a brand new week and a brand new things are happening here at Echo FM. Everybody, welcome aboard to the main event on radio. It is Straight Talk, no bending corners with the radio marshal Barry Cosmos. And today, well, last week we told you we've got some new faces here in Echo FM, and today, well, not only we check with the get babe, we're going to young with, they don't give me Sunday with babe, not troublemaker. Anyway, we are pleased to announce that Echo FM is going to be co-hosted now, not just by me, but I've got a microphone partner this time around. Well, if you want to know who she is right now, go to our Facebook page and our YouTube page, and then you can see her live because I've got a microphone partner this morning. Well, I will let her introduce herself. Man, no go more than a name. You know, it's a big cute name, so let me just let her introduce herself. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Talk.
Good morning, Barry. My name is Judge Dawn Ikoma.
Judge Dawn. You don't hear that now. That's when I said Judge Dawn. What would be a different? What would be another name for Dawn? Daybreak. Oh, welcome aboard to Straight Talk. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, people. So you are going to have a female voice also join me. Maybe only me go to yarn every time. Sometimes we need the beautiful voices to join. Which you don't enjoy yourself with Clara. I hope, hi Jesus, man, not get a problem with Clara. Get with you. Oh, God.
Never.
I don't get that, maybe.
No.
Thank God. All right, before you go tell me I buy you a shoe like Uche they buy for Clara. Anyway, it's good to have you here. Welcome aboard, people. So today we will be taking a look at the issue of elections. So the topic today is very simple: the reality of Nigerian election. The reality. I want us to look at the reality, and that reality is very simple. Today we will dissect that. What happened in the FCT elections and not after the result is what the entire process is. Because when you look at the election, everybody sits down, everybody wants to have their phone, everybody wants to see what is going on. Instead of being in the mix, you want to see what is going on by staying back home, carry your phone and be watching, and then you get ready to come and complain on social media and shout. But the reality is that the ruling party goes all out to win elections. Why? I think most of the opposition parties are going all out to try and paint the ruling party bad. That is exactly my own submission on this one. If you take a look at the election, some of the polling units were empty completely. Only INEC staff were just sitting down there doing nothing. At the end of the day, with that empty result, if they decide to write any results on that paper, are you going to come and scream and shout? Hell no. Hire the agents who did that, they just carry small envelope, give them. So yeah, man, like no, when people no call, I'm gonna hold this and manage and do this and what thing gonna happen? They write the result and then sign a PM and then send it to that. That is exactly what may happen. I'm not saying it happened, but definitely this is the room you give to them when you have this voter apathy everywhere. Of course, we had reports of vote buying. They say as much as 10,000 naira for one vote. Somebody is coming to buy 10,000. Even now, election buying and voter buying, selling of votes is still a thing. John, I believe you watched what was happening in the election.
Yeah, I did. And I also had to hear every other individual's own point of view concerning that election. And in all honesty, like you said last week, I think Thursday, Friday, when you actually urged voters to actually go out to vote, it's actually not surprising, will I say that? I mean, everybody is actually feeling that voter apathy already, like, do our votes really count? So whatever happened or what did happen on Saturday wasn't really anything we weren't really expecting.
All right, nice one. Then, is this the barometer for the 2027 elections? That's exactly what I want to ask everybody this morning. Is this how elections will be in Nigeria? Low turnout, delay in voter, materials arrival. Yeah. Then we have mutilations as usual, but it's at least this time around it was limited to some few polling units. It's not as widespread as the 2023 elections. Now, this is the first time they're using the newly assented law of electronic transmission, but there was nowhere reported that there was no network in this one. So it's assumed everything was done electronically, and still we have mutilated results, handwritten results. We saw 6, and then 6 returned to 67 with pen and all that. And this is normal Nigerian election style. That's why we didn't want to hear anything concerning manual collation. Still, the Nigerian government made sure that will never go away.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at this. Is this the barometer for judgment of the 2027 election? Both in terms of organization, both in terms of the results, and both in terms of the reaction from the people. Is this what we're going to see in 2027? Everybody sits down at home and then you wait for miracle to happen. Now, have you wondered that when APC is going to election, they prepare as if they're going to war? An opposition, I wonder the kind of preparation they do. They only prepare to counter narratives from what is it called, APC, instead of going actually into the field to fight for the electorate. So this is what I call, that's why we are titling our discussion this morning, The Reality of Nigerian Elections. So everybody, welcome aboard. Let's have this conversation. But as usual, before we do that, let's head on to the newspaper and then get some of the headlines this morning on the Punch newspaper. Well done. I know your eye is very sharp. So let's start with you. Let's see how you can take some of these headlines.
Okay, the first one is NNPC, NUPRC fear financial squeeze after Tinubu's order.
Financial squeeze. What do they mean by that? Let's see if we take a little bit of that story for the benefit of our listeners. All right, let's go.
Okay, fresh questions, concerns, and uncertainty have deepened at the oil and gas agencies affected in the wake of President Bola Tinubu's new executive order directing immediate relocation of oil and gas revenues to the Federation account for onward distribution among the 3 tiers of government. The Punch gathered on Sunday that the directive, which effectively halts the retention of certain internally generated revenues by agencies in the sector, has sparked deep concerns within the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulation Commission, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, and the board and management of the Midstream and Downstream Gas Infrastructure Fund.
All right. Well, this is what they mean by the squeeze. At the end of the day, let's take a look at that. If you want more details on that story, grab a copy of the Punch newspaper. Well, we have this one, rigging, INEC rigs 2-year jail term. Wow. Well, the National Assembly has unveiled far-reaching reforms in the newly enacted Electoral Act 2026, including a 2-year jail term for any resident electoral commissioner who withholds vital electoral documents and the creation of a dedicated fund to guarantee the financial autonomy of the Independent National Electoral Commission ahead of the 2027 general election. Well, are they really independent? That is the question, because we see that governments, both state governments and the federal government, have overbearing and overwhelming influence on INEC in various states. That is no longer news. Everybody knows that. And they do according to the dictates of the government in power. Police do according to the dictates of the government in power. Instead of protecting the electoral process, they protect the interest of a lot of people in government. So that is one thing that Nigerians have seen, and that's not good for us, but definitely that's what it is. FCT pool PDP drags APC to court after 5 council sweep. Go to court. Naimbe Mahmoud. Amupita, which one be your own slogan? Where are we going this time around? But they're still going to court. What will happen? The People's Democratic Party has inaugurated a special legal scene to challenge the results of Saturday's election held across the area councils of the Federal Capital Territory. In case you have not heard, APC swept 5 of the area councils. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6. Where they remain now? That one now, very soon now I'm going to decamp. Well, as declared by the Independent National Electoral Commission, candidates of the All Progressive Congress won 5 of the 6 chairmanship seats in the council. The APC won the Abuja Municipal Council, and Abuja, Buari, and Gwali, and Kuje, while the PDP secured the chairmanship seat in Gwagwalada. Gwagwalada is one of the biggest councils in Abuja, and of course it houses the Abuja University and all that. So if you look at Gwagwalada, Gwarimpa, and the rest of them, those areas in Abuja are very, very developed with a lot of military personnel presence. Was that the reason why they couldn't do that? Now, ADC didn't say nothing. The ADC didn't say nothing. The PDP at least got 1 seat. ADC didn't say nothing. So at the end of the day, Is this going to be what will play out in 2027? Or APC is just showing everybody, hey, this is what we're doing. This is going to be. But later on, we'll talk about that in the conversation segment. All right? Let's take this one from the foreign scene. New York orders citywide travel ban as major storm hits U.S. Well, there is a very big storm in the United States of America, and the drivers have all been ordered off the road, and schools have been shut down on Monday, while residents braced for a massive snowball and snowstorm hitting the northeast of the United States. So if you have anybody around the northeast in the United States, it's you better call them and check up on them, because that is not funny. When the snow begins to come, sometimes it comes with an iceberg and it crushes houses, crushes cars, and the rest of them, and people die there. Well, still on foreign news, this is not on the newspaper here, but are you aware of what is happening in Mexico right now? In Mexico, one of the biggest drug kingpin has been killed, and the drug cartel is running rampage, killing and destroying. They have burnt over 20 banks, burning over 50 cars, and they're now targeting American citizens because they feel America is in the people that really champion the killing of the kingpin. Well, Americans have been asked to enter into a shelter or bunkers provided by the American government for their citizens to be safe. Let's move on now to the Daily Post, Don.
City Boys Movement. Tinubu harvests socialists, entertainers ahead of 2027.
Well, ahead of the 2027 general election, several celebrities and socialites are publicly aligning with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's second term. Well, we discussed City Boy versus Village Boy on Friday last week, and I got a call, and after that conversation, somebody called me from the opposition party and said, Nalayo, so we never discussed that to make I bring them, the City Boy plus them inside the studio. Made them go, nah, I thought there's no problem. As long as Anafi pay the money, it's not a big deal. We'll bring them. But why are these socialists joining this campaign? Because they have influence over people? Or what exactly is it strictly because of the business? Or what exactly is making these people more and more keep joining the City Boy movement? That is the question. So if you are one of the City Boys, please do call and tell us the reason why these big boys. Well, the likes of Sheila, Eniola Badmos, Toyin, Abraham, Olaige, Igwe, Lege, Miami, and all their weights have thrown all their weights behind the president's second term bid. Well, the likes of Sheila is not surprising. He has been supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu since the first tenure, and now he is still in the City Boys movement. While we are crying, these ones are raking in the money. Here we have in Igbo land, the likes of Obi Kubana, Pascal Okechukwu, popularly known as Kubana Chief Priest, Cletus Oragwa, also known as Zenko, Yule Doche, Emmanuel Feli, Bolanle, Nino Lowo, Zach Oji, Adeni Johnson, and others. Sheila have publicly declared their support for Tinubu. Okay. Chief Jude Ugbaja, the wait make by the Cosmos declare for City Boy. You go wait there. Anyway, let's join them to move on to the next one now. Akume vs. Alia, Benue APC crisis deepens as party gets dual ward structures. Now, this is where it has become so bad in Benue State. The incumbent governor, Reverend Father Alia, and the former governor, Akume, who is now the SGF, they are struggling for the soul of their Benue State. While the APC party manifesto stipulates clearly that the governor is the leader of the party in every state, because we have a SGF in the federal government, he is always dabbling into state affairs. He wanted to play the wicked style of politics. It didn't work. And I think on assumption, he brought in commissioners, brought in earlier, threw away that list, and then brought his own people. And that was the beginning of all this mayhem in Benue State. And that culminated into this terrorist killing, bandits every day in Benue State. It's all because of politics. You will hear that police were told from above, don't go there. So they keep making the Benue State governor look bad because you want to take the Benue State politics in under your wing. I don't understand why people play with the lives of people during politics. It's just not right. And they keep doing it. I don't know what they gain from that. Anyway, the SGF has aligned himself with a camp led by Comrade Austin Agada, announced that existing world executives were reaffirmed for another 4-year term. This is completely wrong, if you ask me. Now we are having two words, and at the end of the day, we will now hear that they have irreconcilable difference. Benue State Governor can now leave, or Tinubu will find a way to use both camps and then do that just like he's doing in River State, where he holds Wike on one side, holds Fubara on one side. They keep peddling this thing. Why are the people at the federal government level always having overwhelming influence in the state? And this is not what democracy is. We borrow democracy, yet we cannot borrow the right things, only the wrong one. All right, let's take another headlines that done here. I think this one is good.
Okay. Stop cattle from messing up Umuahia streets. Abia NU urges relevant agencies.
All right, that's Abia NUJ and the urges relevant agencies. Those cattle, if cattle walk past any street, that street can never remain the same. Is it the defecation, open defecation on the streets? Is it a stench they leave behind? The dirt they leave everywhere? I mean, it's completely wrong. And I believe Abia State has no open grazing law in Abia. How come they're still moving around inside the state capital? Completely wrong. Well, in the metropolis here, they said they should not enter into Owerri metropolis, but we still see cows moving around area.
Yeah.
So it's too bad, but then it's working. Electoral Act, NAS, pragmatic, realistic. APC spokesman Moka, that is Felice Moka, is talking. He said, NAS, why is it that only the APC is happy with this particular rule?
They are in power.
They're in power?
Yes.
That's why they're happy.
What do you expect them to do? I mean, they're not actually following the law per se. So if the law is being followed appropriately, this act will not be taking place in the instance. So the laws are not being followed properly. So if the laws were being followed appropriately, I don't think they will be sharing this particular kind of joy they're sharing at this moment.
Well, the National Publicity Secretary of the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC, says the Senate and the House of Representatives were pragmatic and realistic in passing the Electoral Amendment Act. What does that mean? Being pragmatic by allowing room for manipulations of results, is that what is being pragmatic and realistic? The realistic is that there won't be network in some places. Now, I keep asking these people, is there anywhere you go you can make POS or make transfers and the rest of them? Where in Nigeria, even the remotest village, have a little bit of 2G network? Because we have banks who operate in those. There's no local government that doesn't have a bank operating. So I wonder what is realistic about this in the 21st century. Well, that is what APC is telling the world, that Nigeria up to today in the 21st century, we lack network in certain places, and that is being realistic. And then this law, is it meant for now or for the future? I don't understand. Do we make laws just at the present, or the law that will guide us all through decades before it's changed? This is where the problem happens. Policies are made for the long run, but in Nigeria, policies are made for the now. After that, now they keep changing policies. At the end of the day, that doesn't augur well. Everybody knows that, except they don't want to do the right thing.
Yes.
In Plateau State, 7 killed, 3 critically injured as bandits go on rampage. That is completely another disgusting story. But definitely we move on now to the Daily Trust, done.
Okay. 2025 budgets, capital without cash. Nigerians' economic growth may be under a serious threat as several ministries received zero or near zero capital budget releases in 2025 despite huge appropriations approved.
Oh boy, 2025 budget without capital. How would they do that? Anyway, according to the story, let me just give you a background story of this particular one. The government says they are going to only use 30% of the capital projects. They are going to release 30%. So every other project for this 2026 will be from the 70% of last year that wasn't used. So no new appropriation for the 2026 budget. We are already getting to March, and we're talking about 2026 budget, which has not been approved up to now. So what are they working with? Last year's budget.
Nothing.
And this is exactly What happens? We keep using one, two, three different budgets in 1 year. How do we survive? Well, economics and public finance expert who spoke to Daily Trust viewed the situation as a budget execution crisis, which, according to them, is capable of crippling infrastructure delivery, weakening public service provision, and slowing economic growth at a time the country is what? Grappling with fiscal strain. Whoa. And it's raising debt, servicing costs, and inflationary pressures. All right. That is according to the Daily Trust newspaper. Bandits to Kebbi community, pay us 100 million naira or we attack you. Wonderful. 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 Well, bandits operating in part of Kebbi South are demanding 100 million naira from Utono community in Ngaski local government area, threatening to launch an attack if their demand is not met. Unbelievable. In Nigeria, only in my country, bandits they write letter go give people. Who can submit the letter? I don't know. Maybe they carry the letter, can give them for hand. So yeah, bandits now make laws and rules for the community. They now tell them what to do or we attack. So in order for you not to die, come and give us 100 million. And then you tell our military police will tell you there is no road to go to those places. They take 2 hours on the road. What happened to the Tucano jets? What happened to the helicopters? What about the halos? All of them. What happened to the drones? These things can stay one place and fly miles and miles, kilometers away from where you are in record speed time. Because if you do that 1, 2, 3, these people will not be so bold to be coming up. Because if they know in the process of them being attacked, there will be backup coming from the military or from the police, from the Navy, Air Force, and the rest of them. Nobody will be attacking people left, right, and center. It is this reactionary method of our security architecture. We are not proactive. We are not even reactionary on time. That is what is giving these people the guts to be doing what they are doing. Well, the threats are here. With the community pay 100 million. Now, when you give 100 million to bandits, what are you doing? You're empowering them. You are going to give them more weapons to come back and make more demands. So every time that money is finished, you come back again. Have you seen a blackmailer stop blackmailing you after the first and second attempt? They keep doing that because you have fallen victim of their own scheme. Well, that is the story in Nigeria done.
Yes. Okay. The next one.
Yeah. 12 killed in fresh plateau attacks. And of course, electoral act raises presidential campaign expenses to 10 billion naira. Wow. Dan, please give this story to the people. They say electoral campaign, presidential campaign to 10 billion naira.
Okay. Leader of the Senate, Senate Okwayemi Bamidele, has explained that the new regime reviewed upward the election spending limit under Section 92, subsection 1 to 8 of the Electoral Act, raising the spending threshold for presidential pool from 5 billion to 10 billion naira. He provided the key highlights of the new regime in a statement released by his Directorate of Media and Public Affairs on Sunday.
Well,
Senator Bamidele said it also raised the spending threshold of governorship pool from 1 billion to 3 billion, from 100 million to 500 million for the Senate, from 70 million to 250 million for the House of Representatives, from 30 million to 100 million for the House of Assembly, from 30 million to 60 million naira for area council, and from 5 million naira to 10 million for the councilship pool.
Well, in case you don't understand what that means, let me just make a little bit of explainer. If you are contesting election, the government has given you the leadway. If you are going to spend money for the election, you can spend up to 10 billion for campaigns and every other thing. For you to become a president, 10 billion. Can you imagine that? It was 5 billion before. There was a cap on it. You can't spend more than 5 billion. Now it has increased to 10 billion. And imagine what 10 billion will do for campaigns. If APC has 10 billion, of course, that's chicken change to them. The ADC and the PDP have 10 billion. Where I'm going for that money spending now? Where APP and the rest of those parties, small ones, the NNPP and the rest of it, they have up to 10 billion to spend. Now, apart from that, you have 10 billion. You can literally buy any voter you want. You can literally travel anywhere you want. You can hold rallies and all manner of things and all that. And the ugly side of it is that you are now telling people that this is the amount of money you're going to spend on campaigns. Why the people are hungry?
Yes.
You have every right to spend this amount of money, but the people are hungry. And that's where it becomes very messy. Ordinary councillorship, you're spending up to how much again? 10 million to get a councillorship in your ward. You have the right to spend 10 million. Now, like I said, when these people in government are going to election, they go prepare for war. They go with all manner of ammunitions. What do you go to the polls with? All right, that's a question for you to answer. Let's move on now. After this one, we'll open up the phone lines and then let's have your take on any of the issues on the Vanguard newspaper, our last paper for today. 2027 polls, APC, 4 parties ready, 16 others in candidates crisis. Well, one of those is ADC, in candidate crisis. They don't even know where they will go. The Labour Party is still fighting with leadership tussle, while the APC is sitting gidigba, waiting. Bola Tinubu, Jagaban, waiting. All right, the release of the timetable for the February 20th, 2027 general elections by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, may have caught the most of the registered political parties in the country unprepared for the contest, and they have a tough nut to crack to make up for lost grounds. How can you fight a battle when you're not ready? You're still fighting for who is going to be the candidate. You're doing in-house politicking. APC is busy building their structures, holding their tentacles, spreading it everywhere. And when they win election, you come and shout rigging. The situation may be dire for the parties if the Electoral Commission brings the poll forward to January 2027, following complaints, Muslim leaders and groups that the February 20th date would clash with the Ramadan fast and hugely affect voters' turnout. Now, this one way they do Ramadan Day. Yes, there was Ramadan in Abuja. The Muslims are fasting, the Christians are fasting, and then the election came. Voter apathy hit so hard. Now, if they do the same thing in the presidential and governorship election, I don't know how that is going to happen, but definitely, like I said, if this is a barometer for what we expect, that will give INEC a thought for their money. All right, at this point, I think it's best for us to open up our phone lines and get to hear from our listener out there. So, everybody, phone lines officially open 0911 20022 or 0707 454 1014. Send us a WhatsApp message on 0707 491 3438. Or better still, just join us on Facebook or YouTube. Drop your comments and then we will do the needful. Thank you very much. Let's get our first caller this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, Mr. Cosmos.
Yes, so.
Yeah, happy Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday. Well, I'm not here alone. Please turn down the volume on your radio. Turn it down.
Okay, I don't have any radio around me here. So I don't know where the...
All right.
I don't know where the smart coming from. Okay. Good morning to your colleague there.
Good morning, sir.
I don't know how.
George Don, Daybreak.
What I want to say is that it is. What happened in FCT shouldn't discourage anybody. Are you getting me?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, because this is just the money. What? It shouldn't be a yardstick to judge what will happen come 2027 presidential election. You know why?
No, go on.
ADC has not defined its presidential position yet.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the point.
All right.
And remember, the village boys and girls movement and obedient family are still vibrant.
Okay.
Yeah, and waiting for the position of AGC in terms of presidential distinct nomination.
All right.
So when that happens, you will see that the dance will change.
Okay.
The obedient family and village boys and girls movement are specifically for P2B and P2B alone.
All right.
And
thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning. Who am I line?
Good morning, Barry. Good morning, our new friends in the
Good morning.
When I get her name, my name is Miss Dawn. Dawn.
My name is what?
Dawn. Like,
Dawn. Okay, we will need to study this your name before we start pronouncing it.
just call her Madam Maya.
Okay, Ekoma, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, my name is Herbert. I call from Port Harcourt.
Okay, you're
Welcome,
welcome,
Herbert.
Yeah, actually, what happened over the weekend, I think I call it insight of what will happen in 2027.
Okay.
APC has told us how they are going to do it, and it's left for us to now see whether we can come up with a tactic that would defeat their own. The way it is now, they are on top of the game, and they are ready for anything come 2027.
Okay.
Well, some people may wish ADC away or whatever party that P2B will fly his flag from. You see, in the last general election, they said there were just 3 or 4 people tweeting from a room. But when the results of 2023 came, it shook so many people.
Okay.
The same way it's going to shock them in 2027. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Hello.
Please turn it down. No, turn the volume down. Thank you.
Morning.
All right.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning. I'm fine, and you?
Yeah, good morning.
Somebody finally got the name. Somebody finally got the name correct.
Welcome to Eco Family.
Thank you very much.
All right. Mr. Sabari Cosmos,
I
please.
greet you.
I want to make my statement clear. You know, APC and their method of going about this election, they are trying to frustrate people. You know what happened during last election?
Okay.
People came out massively to vote. So now, you now see the way they are doing. They are discouraging so many people. They have what the governor, they have everything, but give us real-time transmission. They say no. So my own humble opinion is any Nigerian believing that we will have a good, credible election, that our vote will count, that person is dreaming. That person is totally dreaming. You can imagine if having everything, just 5 local government, 6 local governments, they were able to grab 5. Leaving ADC and PDP is nothing. Okay, PDP got 1. So you now see what kind of politics are they playing? What kind of a game are they playing? Coming to Imo State, we have about 7 local governments. All APC.
Okay. Let me stop you there.
Okay.
Let me stop you there. How many area councils were there? How many wards were there? How many results? We see results. Somebody win with 44, 120, 400 at most. Is that the kind of results you're talking about? Is it the people, the election, or the people that lost the election by refusing to come out to vote? So let's leave
what
this.
I'm saying.
I understand that they are discouraging. Yes, you may be discouraged.
Yes, the people are discouraged.
Yes.
People are discouraged. Okay, like what you read here, that Uche said it, that that place was so scanty. People are disappointed. So had it been that they got it right on last election, you will see massive people who come out. Like me as a person, I can't stress myself going to polling unit.
But you want
I cannot do that.
But you want a change of government? You want
it doesn't count.
You want a better government?
Okay, I'm going to look at that. What happened in Abia State? If not for the grace of God, that woman stood firm to announce OT to be the winner. They could have done it the same way.
And that is exactly what we're saying.
They could have done it the same way.
Okay, thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. That's exactly what I'm saying. This morning, I'm not here to entertain all these complaints. We're here to let you understand one thing. The reality is here. APC has planned, APC has strategized. What are you planning? What is your own strategy? Is it a complaint? That's just the question I'm asking. Now you've said you have been discouraged. Fine. That is part of the plans of the APC. And you are falling inside the APC's plan. According to you, if you don't want APC, what are you doing? Instead of making their APC plan a reality, why don't you have your own plan to counter what APC is doing? Is your plan to sit back and get angry and get discouraged? Well, if that's your plan, congratulations, you have it. Well, let's take this message. It says, good morning, my eloquent and majestic Barikosi and beautiful colleague. We are just talking and talking. APC has laid grand plans to carry the day in 2027. Yeah. Hence, the mad rush to join the Inglorious Party. What happened last Saturday is just a litmus test of what to expect in 2027. People will just be there to eye the neck of APC. The devil will always remain a devil. No change. As in Lady Julie Nasike sent in that one. Dr. Mrs. Olebra from Owerri. The leaders have killed and buried democracy. The sham we witnessed in last Saturday's election is too worrisome, alarming and embarrassing. They have tested and shown us how they will manipulate 2027 elections. This new INEC chairman has failed woefully and will go down in history as the worst. Let these leaders take it easy and know that power is transient. You have it today and tomorrow it is gone. We cannot continue this way. May God intervene and help us. All right. Thank you very much. Engineer Uju, Engineer Frank Uju Ebelebe from Douglas. It's technically from Mama Osa Douglas. Okay, I think that one is, I'm seeing Otutu, and that is, it seems, Uche. That can never be me. All right, I think that message came in earlier on. Let's get back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry Cosmas, my very good friend and brother.
Good morning.
My name is usually Chief Jude Ubad, and I usually come from Duchi, Imo State. Well, Barry Cosmas, if anybody is surprised,
Chief Jude, hold on, sir. Chief Jude, you only greeted Barry Cosmas. We are two today.
Okay.
But I know they forgot my microphone part now.
Okay. Let me know his name so that I can say hi to him.
Mrs. Dawn. Echo, my George Dawn.
Okay, good morning, my darling. That's my pleasure.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. What about it? As I was saying, if anybody is surprised about the results APC recorded in the last Saturday election, I, for one, is not. But I know you yourself, you'll be very surprised. But then, I want to encourage you not to. What do you expect of a party that has had all that matters in the opposition political party defecting it? Is it to lose? The answer is no. I think APC has actually spoken, and the parties have had. I think the whole thing is very, very glad. I'm even surprised. I know that the PDP was even able to win one councillorship, one this area council in SCP. Because I think that is one of the wonders of the world. How can a party that is almost going into extinction win? That bears eloquent testimony that INEC conducted free, fair, and credible election using the new amended electoral act. So, Barry, what are we not talking about? I think this should be a clear and wake-up call to the opposition members who dragging their feet to defect into APC to do so or contend with dying a political death in 2027. And what they say is enough for the wise. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Come and be going. Carry your wallet.
Very much.
Come and be going, Chief. Chief is drinking red wine somewhere, I believe so. All right. Next caller. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Our lady in the house,
Thank you.
Miss Boss also.
Oh, this name
Mr. Barry.
I hear you.
This is I'm calling you from Iagua.
Okay.
Welcome.
Okay. Yeah. Mr. Jude said something this morning, and I like the statement by a party that have the higher elites in the country. How do you think they won't win? Okay, so with the election we saw on Saturday, is the same thing we'll see 2027 because Tinubu have arranged, strategized, and Tinubu have the facilities at hand. against 2027. If you watch Tinubu, it's just as if he wants to hold the election next month. I don't know if you see the rush. If his other president, they will say, let them shift from the previous date. But he's going back. It's just as if he wants to wake up tomorrow morning and hold the presidential election. Because that man have a big plan.
All right.
A very big one.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
All right, so Tinubu has a very big plan. Don, can you read out this message for the people?
Okay, Barry Cosmos and colleague, happy morning. All these elections shenanigans, no thanks to INEC. We are just witnessing a systematic declaration of our hard-earned democracy within just a short period of APC deranged leadership.
Oh.
What a calamity. Barry, I may be forced to go a long period of spiritual rejuvenation.
Anyway, the issue on ground. For now, no wahala APC may win unless ADC did not give Obi ticket. It's an tikati. Okay, Barry, ADC are showing us wahala. Please, one demo before one commit more than one day. Yeah, no do that canteen, I beg. No good. All right, this other one says, Dan, do justice to this one. Daddy, why this your own message plain to like this? Okay. Daddy Joe from Ogbako says,
how on earth do you think other parties will win APC in the Capital Territory? This is to tell you that we are wasting our time because Tinubu will still win again. EFCC is a big joke in Nigeria. I rest my case with City Boys movement.
All right, this other one says, good morning to the presenters. I'm Kizito from Urata. On last Saturday's election, vote buying determined the outcome because people who may not sell their votes decided to sit at home. When good voters sit at home, those who sell and buy votes will then decide the outcome and the winners. Many youths who love money and hardly resist the temptation of selling their votes are bought with stolen money. Votes bought with stolen increases the vote of wrong candidates, while those who sit at home help vote buying to be the decider in such elections. All right, that is the message from Kizito from Urata. All right, let's take one more call. There's still time for calls. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry Cosmos.
I greet you.
Good morning. I greet you, Mrs. Dawn.
Good morning,
yes,
sir. Good morning.
Somebody got it right. That's not Chris Dawn. I greet you. All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Brother, this problem of Nigeria, I think it has a issue about Nigeria elections. I want everybody to about talking about the Nigeria election. Let's talk things. And this Nigeria, we can't remember our constitution of the position. And the one side is saying themselves as the king of the jungle, and the other one is a slave to them. And I want to let this mathematics from 1914 24 is how many years? No, I greet you. I still remember one I used.
I greet you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Just, let's get this message out.
Okay, Comrade Uchendu Omeziri, our mama, Barry and Miss Dawn Ekoma, APC has killed and died democracy in country. That's in our country. Tinubu is a master false election result. Tinubu is a master false election results. Take Nigeria as you see it. What he's trying to say.
All right.
Tinubu has faulted the results already.
Well, he's whatever he said, that's his own message. That's according to Misery from our mama. All right, we move on to the callers. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sabare.
I greet you.
Yeah, good morning, the lady. We don't know how she and you Chinese.
Good morning.
Yes, it's new.
Okay, maybe we'll get to know her sooner.
No problem, sir.
Yes, my name is Kachisin Ebuha.
Okay, Kachisin, you're welcome.
Yeah, okay, you know me already. Yeah, beautiful. My name is Kachisin Ebuha. I'm calling from Alpha, where the West Coast government. Yes, what happened, just like you said, it's not a surprise over what happened. Yes, I want to also say that if Nigerians don't walk the talk, they shouldn't also be surprised with what will be the outcome in the 2015 election. Yes, because this thing is just testing the might of what will happen in 2027. I said it in all radio stations I call that if opposition parties is serious to take over power in the 2027 election, they should be ready to match them morning for morning, hour for hour, anywhere, and security agencies and all that. They should be ever ready. If you see articles convoy, there's no difference with articles convoy and that of Tinubu. So if it is for security agencies, they should be mobilize their own team. If they are rigid in the server, electronic transmission, they should be able to pay internet users who will also man that server. If they block the network, these people of the opposition will restore it. That is the way to go. But if it is for going on social media, they are just crying wolf. They should be ready to match them anyhow they want it. That is the only way they can be able to ask APC. Anything less than this, they are joking. My name is Kathy Sineba from us.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you very much, Kachisin. All right, let's just take some few messages on our Facebook before we take a short break. Vobono Shonda Nolazi says, "Good morning, Big Brother Barry. You're doing great job. May God continue to keep you safe. Me, I love you. I love you too, Vobono. Thank you very much." Chibueze Michael says, "Good morning, Mr. Barry. You people look good together. I hope she no go give you wahala as Clara they give Uche." Asamo. They don't ask you. You give one talk.
Like seriously, Clara actually doesn't disturb Uche. It's the other way around.
Not true.
It's actually the other way around.
Now we they see them. Nobody they talk. Men out there they see Clara they give Uche wahala. Ho-ha. If you give me wahala, I go report you give them. Chibo is the watch more. All right. OB says, "I so much love how you narrate our newspapers. You are truly an advocate of truth, not only a presenter. God bless you. Thank you very much." Henry Emanga says, "Gary, go."
Gary, go.
Uche Naonokago says, "Gracias, Mr. Barry, the radio marshal and the presiding bishop of this ministry. They said politics is a game, but to us, it's reality of life in disguise. I've said it before, and we keep saying it. Our liberation in this part of Africa is not in the ballot box and will never come from the ballot box as long as the cabals is involved. Until we all stand up against what is wrong and defend what is right, we will keep deceiving ourselves. Nigeria's democracy is in trouble. The cabals are in charge, doing their bidding for their interests, ambition, and pockets. May God save Nigeria." Let's take this on. Don, you take this on for us.
Okay, cool morning, my eloquent and majestic Barry Kosi and beautiful colleague. We're just talking and talking. APC has laid grand plans to carry the day in 2027. Hence the mad rush to join the inglorious party. What happened last Saturday is just a litmus test to what to expect in 2027. People will just be there to eye the INEC of APC. The devil will always remain a devil. No change. Isn't it, Lady Julie? No CK. I think we've taken this.
Yeah, I think we took that one on WhatsApp before. All right. Ifeanyi Ejim Konye Ejima, aka Ejims. All right. It says, "Good morning, Barry, and your radio wife." Jesus Christ, in a radio. So you don't get radio wife. Okay, oh, congratulations. John can never be my wife. Like. Now let's not.
He knows.
Unless now I make fire burn the house overnight. All right, we say the same INEC chairman that promised he will make sure elections are free and fair in this time couldn't conduct ordinary local government elections free and fair without negative excuses, including one vote buying and distributing sensitive materials late hour. What happened in Abuja local elections and other states by elections took place was intentionally done just to manipulate election results, and it's just a rehearsal of what will happen come 2027 general elections. We also have this one from Chinedu Don.
Good morning, Cosmos Barry, and to your guest there. My name is Felix Chinedum Mwozuzu, texting from Umahi Imbiri. The elections that happen in FCT is just the tip of the iceberg of what we are going to set or see come 2027. Barry is election. That English is summer. Barry is election goes well. That is Barry. If elections go well in this country, APC will not get one single vote. This I bet you. Barry, this means that Nigeria is very far from getting it right. I'm just watching from a distance. Thanks and enjoy your day ahead. Thank you.
All right, Chinedu.
Mwozuzu.
Chinedu, you say all the city boys are joining APC in car. Anyway, that's your take. Well, we are going to take a short break now. We will go in for a commercial. And when we come back, we'll take the news update at 10. Let's head on to our commercial decks to bring you some commercial. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. 10. Here are the latest stories we're keeping tabs on. The federal government plans to channel up to 5% of the country's gross domestic product GDP yearly to the funding of industrial development in a bold move to reposition the economy towards large-scale production, exports, competitiveness, and job creation. The policy seeks to accelerate Nigeria's industrial transformation by deploying the country's natural and human capital towards inclusive and sustainable manufacturing growth, deeper diversification, and mass employment. The National Assembly has unveiled far-reaching reforms in the newly enacted Electoral Act 2026, including a 2-year jail term for any resident electoral commissioner who withholds vital electoral documents. The leader of the Senate, Opeyemi Bamidele's attempt to highlight the benefits of the electoral reform comes barely 24 hours after opposition parties fumed that provisions in the 2026 Act on primaries tilted the playing field in favor of the ruling All Progressives Congress. The Federal Road Safety Corps RS 5.3 Anambra Sector Command has sensitized and educated road users on other motoring public in the state on good road attitudes and other safety measures on the highways. In his response, the officiating priest, Reverend Emmanuel Wankwo, expressed profound appreciation for the sector commander and her team's impactful visit and pledged the church support in promoting adherence to road safety amongst its members. A federal high court sitting in Ibadan has warned top officials of the Oyo state government that they may be sent to prison if they fail to obey an earlier judgment concerning the ban on the National Union of Road Transport Workers. The legal dispute began after the Oyo state government, led by Governor Seyi Makinde, suspended the activities of the NURTW across the state. The Court of Appeal later ruled that the action of the Oyo state government was unlawful, stating that the state did not provide clear proof of violence that would justify banning the union. In Kano State, the Kano State Police Command has arrested a syndicate of 6 suspected car thieves and recovered 3 stolen vehicles in the state. The command's public relations officer, CSP Abdullahi Haruna, confirmed the arrest of the suspect and the recovery of the vehicles in a statement. The command called on residents of the state to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activities to the nearest police station or through the command's emergency numbers. And in sports, Super Eagles attacker Demola Lookman has equal. Madrid is a vital UEFA Champions League knockout playoffs against Club Brugge, and Lookman will be eager to help his side secure victory and build on his impressive start. And in business, President Bola Tinubu has approved a payment of 2.8 trillion naira to power generation companies as the federal government's verified liability for the accumulated electricity subsidies dating back to 2010. This was as he rejected the 6 trillion naira claim submitted by the operators and insisted he will not pay a naira beyond the audited figure. The approval followed months of negotiations and a tripartite audit involving the Ministry of Finance, the Nigerian Bulk Electricity Trading PLC, and the generation companies themselves. foreign scene. The African Union has condemned the killing of more than 50 civilians and the abduction of women and children during coordinated attacks in Zamfara State. In a statement, the chairperson of the African Union Commission, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, expressed the union's full solidarity with the government and people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and wished a swift recovery to the injured. And that's all for the news update at 10 as edited by Benjamin Joseph. For more information and inquiries, visit our social media platforms. On Facebook, it's Echo FM. And our X handle is at Echo FM _Owerri. On Instagram and YouTube, it's Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by clicking on www.echofm.net. And that is the news update at 10. Thank you for listening. Welcome back to the show, people. It's still Straight Talk live on Echo FM 100.7 right here in the city of Owerri. My name is Barry Cosmos, and today I've got my microphone partner here. What do you mean that name again?
Dawn. Dawn. D-A-W-N.
It's
Dawn.
that W. They hear that W. I bet when I said W, see, man.
It's W.
Dawn, because I you, yeah? If you don't call on Dawn, call on Daybreak, on a join, or follow. Anyway, welcome back to the show. Let's go straight into the conversation, the reality of Nigerians' election, the reality that's staring us in the face.
Yeah.
What exactly do you expect from elections? Is election something you should take serious or just play around with it? And then at the end of the day, you come complain, go on pages of newspaper, on social media, you call Echo FM, you even send private messages, all to complain when you have everything it takes to do it now. What are the reasons why you are not voting? Because you have been disoriented, you have lost the zeal, you have lost the mindset. Well, while you are losing all those things, what are the consequences of that decisive action you've taken? That is what I want us to talk about today. Listen, I will continue to tell you this until the election come and go. Even after the election, we'll continue to preach until the day you realize the importance of you.
Going out to vote.
Just you. If I sit down here and my man, DJ Mav King, is contesting election. Oh, Mav King, here we go. And on election I don't go, am I doing you any favor? That's what the question is. You want change. You don't want to do nothing. You sit down and then you complain. You give reasons. There are so many things. What efforts did you put in? That's the question.
But I don't blame them. Let's be realistic. In all honesty, let's be realistic. Now, the history is when you go back memory lane to 2023, that was very, very chaotic. Like, for those of us that actually did go out, it was nothing to write home about. Apart from the fact that the streets were very dry, people were playing and everything, but people did come out in mass. Like, for example, myself, I rarely go out to vote. I will not lie. But you see, that 2023, I had to go out because of Peter Obi. And people did come out. Some people were beating. I don't know if you're getting me. I mean, there was a woman whose cheek was slashed on the other side just because she was actually coming out for Peter Obi. Now, if they're actually despondent at this moment that they don't want to come out, we're not saying you don't have any right to feel bad. You have every right. But you see this 2027 election, if you don't come out to vote, these same persons will still sit on that seat. That's what we're trying to say. And they will still take control of whatever it is they're taking control right now. And what they're actually, I think the bone of contention is the judiciary. That is the bone of contention. Because when Tinubu actually won by magical means, what happened? They took that thing to court, isn't it? And they were just still like, the whole thing, they were still looking at that particular manual one, that this is what we can actually take. We're not taking the one that you're actually producing. So I cannot blame them. But the only thing is that, please, you have to come out with your PVCs and vote if you actually want a change in Nigeria.
All right.
Thank you.
As beautiful as that sounds now,
Yeah.
have you ever seen where excuse make any change? No matter how beautiful your excuse is, does it help in any matter?
Yes, people just give that excuse because they just want to say something, in as much as it doesn't make sense.
Now, I want to ask a simple question. You came out to vote. You had a preferred candidate. Of course, it was your choice.
Yeah.
At least that time you never be broadcaster. Now you cannot make a choice live on air. All right. So even if you have a choice, swallow it, put it in your pocket. Now, what we have now is a situation where somebody deliberately did this to you so that it will make sure the next time you don't come out and then you play into the hands of that person.
You don't need to play into the hands of that person.
Now, this is exactly the situation. All right, people, let me give you statistics of what really happened in Abuja. I think that was how many people came out to vote? A whole FCT capital territory. Voters that voted in Abuja is 239,210. That represents 15% of the total registered voters out of, I think, 1,680,315 registered voters. 15% came out to vote. There were a plethora of reasons. The biggest one is Ramadan, because we have a lot of Abuja is like 50-50
It's still the
Muslim
same
and
excuse
Christian.
you're talking about.
Now, that is what? Ramadan doesn't stop you from voting.
No.
You are fasting today. Does it stop you from going out to go to work, to go to anything? You are fasting, you leave your house to go to work. You are fasting, you go to play football. You are fasting, you even go to farm. But when it comes to election, you use it as an excuse and you sit at home. That is what we are talking about. That's number one. We also have intimidation. They complain about intimidation.
For example?
Well, according to some of the agents and some people who wanted to vote, there was a curfew kind of restricted movement in Abuja by the FCT government. It was lifted when? It just
that
like
Friday night. It was lifted.
Now that is what we are saying. You don't use that as an excuse, because that excuse you are giving will definitely hurt you in the next 4 years. So why don't you put efforts before you come and complain? You make things easy for the people in government to just do whatever they want to do and go home. Now, the likes of First of Keyomo, they are shouting and saying the people have spoken, the choices. I can bet you that this election wasn't even rigged and the APC will win. Yes, I can bet you that. Why? Simply because people who were supposed to vote for the opposition party, who are shouting APC, APC, sat at home, did nothing. Why the APC and their supporters came out? Because they mobilized a lot to go in there. Of course, they have the money, they have everything it takes to mobilize people to come out. Yeah, so these are the things that we are talking about. Sit down in the house, do nothing, complain. It's not going to help anybody. I am happy the election has come and gone. I'm so happy. Congratulations to the winners in Abuja. That is the city council. People that are going to work with the FCT minister. People are complaining, wicked, this is wicked. If you were wicked, are you not going to fight to put people who will work with you very well in the way you want them to work? Would you want opposition to come and fill up your cabinet? Not possible. Wike did what he had to do. What did you do? That's the question. Yes, you are disillusioned. Yes, 2023, they did this, they did that. 2023 is gone. So because of that, you should sit down, keep lamenting about one. It's just like you had a bottle of milk and your baby in the house was playing with a bottle of milk and the thing just fell off his hand, broke. The whole milk on the ground mixed with sand. You can't even scoop a little bit because some people they'll carry a clean cloth and come squeeze them again. That was mixed in sand. The thing fell down on the sand. So there's nothing you can do about that milk. So does it mean you keep crying over that milk or you go and buy a new one? This is the question I keep asking us. It is not easy, but elections are not easy anywhere in the world. You can sit down and complain. No matter the reason you give, so long as you are not there to do the voting, for me, you have no right to complain.
And still the push to go out.
Well, we are a restricted movement and they believe that elections are rigged, your vote doesn't count and all that. That is exactly what they want you to think of and believe and live with. And you do that, you fall into their trap, fall into their hands, and at the end of the day, you are going to be the one that will suffer. Yes, they have weaponized poverty. Nobody can deny that. We have hunger in the land. Nobody can deny that. But the hunger will keep coming. The few ones that will manage to come, they give you 10,000, you go vote. 2,000. If you buy a quarter bag of rice.
It can't.
Now, that is where the issue is. No matter what you say, do your part first. That is what I'm saying. Come out first, vote, and then the other things will follow. Anyway, I think I've studied honestness now. A lot of people will come after me now saying, Barry, no. Yes, say it. Let's have a conversation. Today is the reality of elections. The reality is you sit down, you do nothing, nothing will change. And I'm getting tired of talking about it, but we'll never get tired to talk about it. Come out, my brother. Go and vote first. Then let's put hands together and see what we can do. We can't win everywhere, but at least if you have like 6, 7, or 10, if you have states like Imo State had 27 local government, if APC is winning 27 or 27, if the next election they win only 20, the 7 goes to other people. That is the progress we're talking about. Even though those 7 go still go to camp. Anyway, that is what I want to say today. Let's get to hear from you. 0911 20022 0707 454 1014. Those are the numbers to call. Yeah, let's hear. Who they attack? Who they my line?
Hello, Barry. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to your partner.
Good morning, sir.
I am senior citizen Mazu Zoma.
You're welcome, Mazu Zoma.
Why don't you start from the beginning? People are saying that they should go out and vote. Do they all have their voter's card?
Oh.
I thought that's where you should start. Because even where many adults, I can't say most because I don't have the statistics, do not have their voter's card. Some do not know where their voter's cards are. And they are talking of change. How do you change? But let me just say this is not an eye-opener. It is reality of Nigeria. But let me, as I keep saying here, Barrio,
Ew.
there is always God.
There's God.
Man proposes, God disposes.
Bam.
Good morning.
Good
I'm
morning.
senior citizen, Mazio Zoma. Man proposes, God disposes.
Oha.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much, the senior
you.
citizen. Senior citizen say, where is your voter's card? Don't, I hope you never break your own.
Sure, you said I should not say anything in that area.
No, but then you go and vote now. What do you mean? Let's take another caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Barry.
Good
Yes,
morning.
so welcome aboard.
And your colleague.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Yes.
Sorry, my brother. To me, whatever happens, as me as the person, I choose and decide that anytime we have election, I'll go to polling unit.
Okay.
Whether, no matter how it is.
Nice one. Nice
I
one.
think that's my Christian obligation, though. That's my Christian obligation.
Yes.
But I'm telling you that the way election of Nigeria is going, these people have made it to be their own property. But whatever that's happening, I believe that only God intervention will change every situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not so, what they are doing is they're doing their own business. But I believe what God can do in due time, God will put everything in place. Please, Barry, again, please, I want to appeal for one thing. Sorry, it's not but I'm appealing for this so that in your near future time you put it in a place. Please, I have got a place. This thing will cost a big war, or even have a place to keep somebody. This money, this 10 naira, 18 naira, or under all this small money, have Nigeria take it out of the that is not existing again. I found a place that money is causing trouble. We give it a person to buy something, they will, they have a quarrel or something of that nature. Please, it's not part of your program today, but please know how you help people so that you know about it.
Thank you very much. That is actually a good problem because by the time you count 10 naira to get 100 naira, it's not 10 pieces. Before you get 1,000, that's 100 pieces. So a lot of people find it difficult to count that because prices of things. Initially, you can use 50 naira buy something. So you can just count 5 of it and give somebody 50 naira now. You don't tire person to count. No, talk of 10 naira. 5 naira don't go extinct. We don't even know when they again. Do we still have 1 naira? The coin?
You even say 5 naira is
I never see,
of 1
I
naira.
remember the last time I saw 1 naira. Jesus Christ. Well, that is the reality of Nigerian economy. Well, let's take more calls. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning once more, Mr. Cosmos.
Good morning.
Am I the flex today?
Yeah. Mr. Cosmos, I didn't know then that your colleague there is a female. Yes, that time I didn't know.
Now you know.
All the same, I salute Echo FM.
Thank you.
For giving me a brand new radio wife. Congratulations.
This is trouble they're giving every wife at all.
Let's see you and Uche, who will defeat each other.
Hey, you never turn into competition. I know they. I know.
Don't chicken out, too. Don't chicken out.
I shouldn't chicken out. Okay, no
anyway,
problem.
I said before, Mr. Cosmos.
Yes, sir.
I still believe that this shouldn't be a yardstick. Like I said before, the eagle has not yet landed. If the eagle lands, we know who is who. So let nobody be discouraged by what happened in FCC. People are still on ground, no matter the weight of the people on the other side. But what I should urge everybody, especially those of them vibrating in the social media, let everybody go and get his or her PVC and be ready to vote and defend his or her vote to the best of his or her ability. That's my preaching to everybody. So let everybody be serious not only talking, not only vibrating, not only singing. So let everybody be serious. Let us not be intimidated or discouraged by what happened in FCT.
Thank you.
Too much time. Thank you. Ama from Uche.
Thank you.
All right, let's get to the messages on Facebook. We have Chinazanai say, let the killings continue in the northern part of Nigeria. Since the government don't want to do anything, let it continue. Are you serious, Chinaza? That's not a nice thing to say. Your nice is saying, no, we don't want the killings to continue,
Yes,
even as much as there is like
totally
lax aptitude from this our government. It doesn't mean that the killing should continue. Don't wish for that, please. And he said, no wonder, no man you find you be. Yes, I agree. Chelsea is bleeding seriously. Nowadays, I don't know what will happen to Chelsea. We'll win my finish 2 seconds ago, remain to go draw. Oh, God, breaking people's hearts. Chris Ogbonna JP, the Buruburu 1, and the first Buruburu lady on Echo FM. Wait, they don't give first Buruburu lady. No, I think from what happened at the Abuja Council election has shown that APC will not allow any other party to win in any state except Abia State. And that means that ADC is not on ground. But it is not their fault as Nigeria is one-party system. Barry, I want to know where Jude Ugbaja belongs, city boys or village boys. Jude Ugbaja is a city boy now. That one, they didn't ask him. And may I use this medium to congratulate Asuna? Hi, Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, come and be going. Thank you. Bye-bye. Asuna. 22 years without a trophy. 140 years without a... See, I catch you. 140 years, no Champions League, and they're still bragging as if they have won anything. Come on, go and hug Paul.
They need to brag, please.
Keep bragging in there.
They need to brag.
Brag for what? You be asking? Jesus. Oh, God.
They need to brag, please. I beg. We don't make noise.
Asana. Very useless club. How can I be in a club that don't know what trophy looks like? The FA Cup people won is now rusted.
No problem.
But I got taking you. Congo clean and shine and back. Nonsense. All right, God bless the Blues, champions of the world. All hail Chelsea fans out there. For all of now. Yes, Comrade Gregory Chivoy says, good morning, my presenter. I'm watching from Akwakuma. Honestly, I don't know where Nigeria adopted corruption from. They adopted it started with them.
No.
They adopted it.
There's a root.
There's a root cause?
Yes, there's a root cause to that corruption.
Where? Where do we trace it to?
We know where to trace it from. In as much as it was minute a bit, but there's a root cause to that corruption.
There's no bending corner. So where are you hiding it? All right, we have Ahoma John Easy says, Honorable John Ahoma DJ Easy Nkalo from Ifekala Bitoli. He said, Barry, good morning, and a new voice in the studio. I greet you. Barry, let's not be discouraged by what transpired over the weekend in the FCT. It's just to get us more prepared for 2027 elections. Barry, have a nice day ahead. Thank you. Alfonso Chima. Don?
Okay, good morning, Mr. Barry Cosmos and a special guest. Warm welcome to the stage. The radiant Josh Don Ekoma. It's refreshing to hear a fresh voice adding balance to this conversation on today's topic. The reality of Nigeria elections. Nigerians are genuinely exhausted by the same recycled political games, broken promises, and the relentless elite power struggle. Your candid take on voter apathy and the shameful price tag on the citizens' conscience hits hard. As 2027 approaches, this is precisely the kind of truth-telling our democracy needs. Keep speaking truth to power. This is a wake-up call. We cannot afford to ignore our...
Alphonsus.
Okay, Alphonsus.
Chima,
texting from Imsi Junction.
Thank you very much, Alphonsus. Take this one too, Onyeka.
Greetings, Sabari. How is the family? Congratulations, Uche. Uche has been enjoying Clara for a while now, and your own wife don't happen.
You know, continue again.
For you, Joe, she get better voice. What's her name?
Now, Daybreak be her name. Oh, Onyeka says, Sabari, what about Best Beauty? I haven't heard from her for some time now. I hope she's good.
Yes.
Best Beauty is very good where she is now. Best Beauty is done. Best Beauty was a youth corps member. She was exceptionally good, so nobody noticed she was a corps member. She has finished service and she's gone back to Bayelsa State where she came from. Everybody we wish her the very best. We miss her here a lot because Best Beauty was a utility fellow here. She does a whole lot of things. She was good. And I believe those coppers that served with Echo FM were a very wonderful set of people.
Yeah.
From, is it Benjamin to
Joseph.
Peter to, what's his name again? Sylvester, yeah. And of course,
Favor.
Best Beauty. Favor is still around. Favor is doing great. Those coppers are wonderful. I wish every copper will serve the way these ones that served in Echo FM did. Congratulations. Well, I'm not surprised. My boss usually know how to select them. Select the very best ones and then bring here. Okay, we also have Vox Augustine says, good morning, Barry and Don. Just passing APC will meet their Waterloo soon.
Yes, sir.
Just very soon, and they will cry like fowl. You can't push people too much. And for a Yunam Chibukom, betterlicious morning and compliments of the new week to you and my lovely voice in the studio. Please help me to tell INEC chairman that God is watching. Kachineke Mezoku, from your regular listener, and for Yunam Chibukom Nagamopo, St. Peter's Catholic Special Jurisdiction Works Layout, Owerri. We also have this one. Greetings, Sir Barry. How is the family? Congratulations. So, Uche have been enjoying Clara for a while now. Your own wife don't happen, and I'm happy for you, Joe. She is, she get better voice. What is her name? Okay, we don't read that one before. No Yawa. Onyeka. All right, I think I've taken that one. Ekemini Inse says, good morning, Sabari and Mrs. Dawn Ekoma. Sister Ekoma, you are welcome to the family of Echo FM. Take your seat by the left. Ekemini says, watching you people from World Bank. Thank you very much, Ekemini, for watching us. Talk says, good morning, Mr. Barry. Well, Mr. President have shown us how the election of 2027 will be. Thank you. And Sonny Barry says, good morning, Mr. Barry and Don, Chris. The LGA election in Abuja was a total show of shame. Too many irregularities. If INEC couldn't conduct ordinary local government elections, now general election then go conduct. The Saturday election should be cancelled because INEC failed the promised real-time transmission. We didn't see anything. We all know it was rigged in favor of the ruling party. Why was Wike moving around the polling unit against the electoral law? All I know, power is transient, but we will never give up. Thank you. All right. G Good Luck says, good morning, Sabari. The Red Card FC. Oh, God of mercy. As for the election that just took place, it should serve as an example ahead of the upcoming presidential election. APC, shame on you. I welcome your second. She must be a United fan. Hi, God. I never will survive accident and bring United joy. From my voice, I'm enjoying you guys here. Have a good day ahead. Hala United. I carry a United and go away. Yeah, shoot. All right. Sanity. Don, can you help us with this one?
Okay. Blessed morning, big brother Barry and your wonderful colleague. How una day? I'm comrade Anoye Ifeanyi Chukwu. Okay. Fikis man from Umago, Obosima in Ahajegbema local government area. Based on the matter at hand, as far as Tinubu is still the president of Nigeria, it will be hard for other parties to stand unless only by God's grace and intervention. Have a great day ahead, my people. Kachineke Mezioku.
All right. Take the next one.
Saint Nicholas Okechukwu, always radiating from Ezihite Mbise. I'm not surprised what happened in Abuja FCT. It's a well-scripted FCT election result that just played out. Some guys here no go take their eyes off this new presenter una get. Echo FM una dey hot now for also inviting Kachi Ogugwa, my own brother, na JP Church of, I don't know, Orestation.
Okay. All right, we go there full time arrested here. Thank you, Echo FM. Thank you, my brother Chris Ogbonna, JP Barry. Why are you not mentioning my name after reading my message? Because I am Arsenal fan. Chris Ogbonna. Oh yeah, I don't tell you say I'm not going to call your name. You still the right time. Okay, Chris Ogbonna, JP. Church of Presentation. Abi Umoguma. Chris Ogbonna. Go and repent. Leave Arsenal. He'll give you a heart attack. Bottling PSA. When I don't win today, I'll be next week when I go draw. 3 points in 1 week. When I go drop and can't say Guardiola done the win league. See, Akachi, if I catch you, if I catch you, Akachi, all these Arsenal fans, they're really happy for nothing. When I never win nothing. I beg my answer call, Jare. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Barry. How are you this morning?
Good morning.
I'm very fine. Thank you. Thank God.
Good morning, Lady Ekoma.
Thank
How are you doing?
I'm fine. You're welcome.
Barry, I thank God they have settled you. At least your voice will go louder than Uche own this time around.
Thank you. Welcome aboard.
Olumbi Onyeze Ezelobo.
All right.
My good friend Mr. Barry and the Lady Ekoma, you see what's happening in Abuja and the other part of the country called Nigeria for now is a funny one. That shows that our democracy is not free. We are not free from democracy in this country called Nigeria for now. And if we cannot get it right, I don't know where we are heading to. I don't know what will be the future of Nigeria tomorrow. Most especially this time around that we have all these leaders that have only 2 Saturdays to leave this world. I don't know where they are acquiring this power and the money, where they are using it to go. Where they are manipulating and they even showing the use with the way out. Instead of showing them the way out, they are just pushing them into the wall to make them know that Nigeria is not free. Even I thought that the fear of Trump and America could have been changes in our democracy. Saying if they bring troops here, say nothing. If our police, the military, the DSS, including INEC, can help us to be independent, know that they are defending the country called Nigeria. They are not defending any political party or any leader. That's why we'll get it right. But since these people are still manipulating our security agents and our so-called acclaimed INEC, there is no way for this country called Nigeria. That's why I take this morning. Thank you, and God.
Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Barry. My friend once more.
Chief Jude.
My name is Chief Jude Ubad, and I'm usually come from Duchi's Organization. Good morning, my sister.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
If anyone is surprised, like I've always been saying, I will continue to say, over the landslide victory of APC in FCT area council elections, including PDP, and Barry Cosmas, my good friend, who has all of a sudden made himself a spokesman for the opposition political parties. I, for what is not, I will never be.
That one can sign you. Chief Jude, that one can sign you.
Because I know you can tell a blind man that is not in his school, but definitely not salt. Nothing from massive defection into APC, by the opposition political members, the majority of them. I mean, politics being a game of fun. That's not how you would expect that what happened on Saturday cannot even happen in the main election of 2027. Therefore, behold, my good friends like Barry Cosmas and others who are still dragging their feet into joining APC to do so and become part of the political equation of this country.
Okay.
I make their hands up.
Thank you. Thank you for your advert. Oh, yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you for your advert. Come there at the canvas for APC. Actually, see this man, Chief Jude. No worry, I will catch you. All right, this one says good morning, Barry, and a new voice. Barry, I'm not surprised that APC will win reasonably in FCT. The masses have turned to toothless dogs. They have pushed us all to the wall, and the question is, what are we doing? Enough of talk, I beg. Yes, that's the spirit, my brother. Good morning, my name is Felix Moses, the taxi from Umahimberry. We all know what happened in the elections, but we must rise up and vote. But at last, Nigerians will always have their say, and INEC will always have their way. Thanks, I'm just watching from a distance. All right, this one done.
The Buruburu 1 and Special Marshal on air and the Buruburu Lady 2. The Abuja Council election shows that APC is going to clear every state except Abia State. But other parties should not be blamed because Nigeria is now practicing one-party system. Therefore, it will not be easy for any other party to win unless you people like Governor Alex Oti. This is a time all the monies borrowed will be put in to use. Barry, where does Jude Ugwaja belong? City boys or village boys? May I use this medium to congratulate Arsenal for humiliating Spurs yesterday? What about your own team, Chelsea? Comrade Chris Obonna, JP, Church of Presentation, Umugoma.
If I know this message, I'll not life for no read them. Oh, this is a newspaper. Done, oh yeah.
Good morning to the presenters from Kizito Urata. Still on last Saturday's election, the ADC and other opposition parties should study what's transpired during the FCT elections. Vote buying determined the outcome because those people who hardly sell their votes, decided to foolishly sit back at home. When wise voters sit at home, then the unwise voters, particularly youths, who shamelessly sell their votes, will use their few numbers to decide the outcome and the winners in such elections. Many youths love money and can hardly resist the temptation of selling their votes. Their votes are then bought with stolen money. Vote buying and sitting at home increases the chances of wrong candidates emerging in the elections. Massive turnout of voters is the only thing that can cancel and overwhelm those who sell their votes. Those who sit at home are worse because they help vote buying to be the decider in elections.
All right, that's a long, lengthy one. This one says, good morning, Barry Cosmos and Miss Dawn. I'm Cyril from Poli. In as much as the electoral sector is corrupt, we, the citizens, should not relent. Voting is a must for anyone that wants a change in this country. Let's take the case of Abia as a case study. Thank you very much, Cyril, for your message. Okay, let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, welcome.
Bar and lady, good morning there.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome aboard.
Please, lady, don't be annoyed. Are you the wife of Ekoma? Hi, Ekoma.
No, sir.
Please, Barry.
Eh?
My name is Collins. I'm calling from Transferred.
Okay.
The other day, you were advising us to go and register. Have you seen what is happening?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen what is happening?
Yeah, I'm
What
saying.
is the need to go and register? If you go and register and vote, there's no way that I can't hear vote. They will do it as whatever they like.
Is this not the more need for you to go and register now? Is it not more reason why you should go and register? And then you register out of 1,600,000, it's only 200 something thousand that came out. How are you going to win election like that?
But forget all about those things. All these things they could get where we will take it as we want it, as we see it. As nothing man could. You can never take and go with an empty-handed to go and fight a soldier. Eh? Thank you, and God bless you.
All right, thank you. All right, this one says, good morning, Mr. Barry and Mrs. Down. No, we even done. My name is Churchill Parker, a.k.a. Parker the Prolific. I am texting from Double View Studio World Bank just to say, but a little, I don't like when people say, God will intervene, God will intervene. Yes, God has the ability to intervene in everything, but God will not, because God has given us all it takes to do our politics in the world. That's why Bible said, go to the earth and dominate and subdue. The power has been given to us all. So if we need a change in Nigeria politics, all of us should come out like the way Mr. Barry, the best presenter on radio, has been saying. I remain Parker the Prolific. Thank you very much, Parker. Good word there. Good morning.
Good morning.
Comrade Fire by
Good morning.
After my days prior, and well, let me go straight to the point without wasting time. Elections, good elections are good. It should be desired. But you can never get good election, no matter the environment, when you don't talk about good governance. Because if somebody knows that once he steals their mandate, he can do whatever he likes with it. Why should he bother? Even the best man can get there and misbehave if you are not demanding good governance. The Nigerian constitution is not being obeyed, neither by the state governors or the president, or by anybody except perhaps the people who have no relevance, including myself. So for as long as things are done that way, and we are concentrating on the election. It's just like when I was shouting years ago that institutions were being destroyed. I was ignored. I shouted that removing the subsidy will cause confusion. I was ignored. I'm not telling Nigerians once more that it's good to turn out and vote, because if you don't turn out to vote, you have already voted. You turn out to vote so that you can say it is not properly done.
Yeah.
But after the election, you should insist on good governance so that even the thief that gets in there will behave. Ibrahim Tairo, did he win the election?
No.
But people are praising him.
Yeah.
Because of what he's doing that is good. Recently, I was quoted as saying that governors have no business to interfere in pensions. Did anybody take it up? This morning, during newspaper review in Hot FM, I was quoted as saying that retiring people earlier than 17 years is wastage of manpower. Are people interested? If we are not interested in good governance, then we shouldn't be interested in good elections. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Commander Fagwa. At least somebody has captured this. Why I love to speak with elders. They speak and see reason. He says if you sit down in your house and refuse to vote, it means you have voted already for bad governance. If you are voting for good governance, go out there and vote. At least that gives you the right to say, I voted, you did the wrong thing. I believe this is a very clear, simple message. People don't want to hear the truth. There's no way you keep complaining without doing nothing. It doesn't work like that. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry.
I greet you.
Only senior comrade Linus Duru.
You're welcome, sir.
You're welcome, my students.
All right.
Barry, sir. Oh, sorry. Barry. Barry, sir. Barry, you see, long ago, I've been shouting about 4 institutions that have kept this country how it is. Still on this way to them. I mentioned NEPA. I mentioned police. I mentioned INEC. I mentioned judicial.
Yes.
You can be any witness, my good brother.
Yes.
It has happened again. So, I heard about what the other statesman said. Yes, that is true. But there are some diseases that affect the nation. It will not have any medication unless you go and research. The disease that affects this country has never gotten any medication for now. So what we have to put in mind is the agency that cares about the election, the referee is sick. The referee is sick. And there's nothing we can do. I want to give advice to people who always talk on social media. I want to tell them that the social media has no voter card.
At all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Election does not hold on social media. It holds at the electoral booths there in every ward. Go to your ward and vote. That is the only way you can be relevant in this country. Hi, God, I get power to do something. I carry the power. Sit down for house. Come to complain with the power. How does it sound to you? How does it even sound to you in the first place? Anyway, we'll get this. Grace Chisholm says, good morning, Buruburu One. Good Buruburu One. Beautiful radio wife, Ekoma. Please, Barry, don't disturb her as Uche disturbs Clara. I think not see Grace. No wonder. Now, Grace, now women. Now, they're wahala. There is no doubt that the winning of APC in Abuja, this is as a result that many claimed opposition don't come out to vote. Again, they believe that it must surely be rigged, but I plead to all Nigerians to come out en masse and vote during presidential election and other elections. Thank you very much, Grace Chisholm, for your contribution. Good morning.
Good morning, the good one.
I greet you.
Yes, Mrs. Samuel, Rodinda Oscar Somawangiri.
Good to hear from you, ma.
I greet Don Echo, ma. Good morning, ma.
Good morning, ma. You're welcome to Echo FM.
Honestly, I can't have my voter's card and they refuse to go out to vote.
Mm.
Because when you go out to vote, that is your strength of whatever you have to say.
Mm.
No matter what happens, we continue to vote. Because when you choose not to go to vote, you have your voter's card, or you don't want to get it just because of how things are happening. Just believe me, things will change. So we can't stop voting.
Yes.
Vote, and then let them do whatever they want to do. Then you come out and speak based on the power that you were able to vote that day. Because when you say at home you didn't go to vote, how would you not come out to say? What would you say?
Mm.
Or will you say that you are tired because they are rigging it, or the people are being given money? Because I saw this in the social media, is that people were giving money. That's your conscience. You have sold it out as a result of collecting money and then vote in the person that you don't want to vote. And you remain stagnant where you are.
Mm.
Whatever that is happening will continue to happen the way you don't want it, because you have already made it up by not coming out to vote, or you are giving money. So this issue of voting, we should look at it this way. You have your voter's card.
Mm.
2, you have the voter's card, you didn't come out to vote. 3, you were giving money, you didn't vote that your person that you wanted to vote. Finally, what will you say? I'm not looking at Oscar from our own and saying kudos to Buruburu and done a comma.
Thank
Have
you,
a
man.
nice voting
Thank
day.
you. Thank you very, very much. Okay, just before we go, let's just make this clarification again. It is one thing to look at something that's gone wrong and let that thing continuously go wrong. The only difference between you and the person who is rigging election is that you are doing something not against the law. Because if you sit at home and you don't go out to vote, it's as good as doing rigging. You're rigging. You understand? It's as simple as that. Because that's how I say it. If I go out and vote, and you go out and vote, and everybody go out and vote, I vote my candidate, you vote your candidate. At the end of the day, they count the elections. No matter the mago, there will be at least a resemblance of an election. It's not an election where it's just like, well, go and do your thing. Let me tell you something again. If you think anything will change with this kind of attitude, nothing will change. Nothing, absolutely nothing. The people you think are doing the wrong thing will keep on doing it and making you feel that way perpetually, and we don't want that to continue. So everybody learn from this lesson, and let's give it a better shot next time.
Yeah.
Don, our time is over.
Yes. I think we
Any
have-
final word before we leave?
I don't think we need to like press their necks, like tell them they have every right to actually say or give the excuse like you claim, but it's actually not an excuse. I mean, in life, we will actually have to go down memory lane to say, okay, this did not work like this. How well can I do to actually work something out? So if they're actually looking back to 2023 and giving that excuse that, CEO, I did this, and I don't think, okay, yes, they have every right to say or to feel that way, but our urge and our push will make them know that they can still do it again and something can change by God's grace come 2027.
All right, things can change only if you make it change. Remember, change begins with you. No matter what you do, it always starts with you. Let's change the gear right now because we have to bring in the health revolution woman to come and give you paracetamol and Panadol. Or which one give? Gogolishe.
At least paracetamol worked on your voice.
Gogolishe is the next to come on board. This time around, let's take a lesson from our health revolution. I think the SM is doing a great job on all this health head. I wonder how she does it anyway. If you go into medical dictionary to learn all those big words that you pronounce on radio. What's the other one you should say? The one day I wanted to cry. I said, which can name be this one? All right, thank you very much. That's our show today. From me, is bye-bye for now. See you tomorrow for another edition of the People's Program, Straight Talk.
Echo FM.